So it was my intention to make these videos sideways because I was trying to prove a point that how I look and the video quality doesn't matter. However, I do understand that that's distracting for some of my neurodivergent people out there, and I want you to connect with me and who I am so that what I'm saying actually works, and that's the only reason I'm appearing on this video and not doing it as a podcast or doing it as audio. So I want to talk about Nick Rekieta and the situation that's going on with him. It's sad that we're all delighting in the downfall of somebody else. We're not seeing the harm in society that happens when we idolize somebody, when we idolize fame, when we idolize money, when we idolize power, and we build somebody up, we give them all of that, and then we judge and shame them when they screw up because it's a lot of pressure and you can't make everybody happy. And when you open yourself up to all of that judgment because you're trying to build that ego, then all of a sudden, you start to question yourself, you start to get anxious, you start to get fearful, you start to get stressed, you lash out. This dude has a bunch of kids, a bunch of things going on, and he also started smoking his own juge. So he thinks he's the shiz because people started telling him he was the shiz. And when people start doing that, we isolate people from society because we put them on a pedestal and we think they can't make mistakes. And when we do that, we stigmatize the mistakes they make. That's what leads to dishonesty. That's what leads to the behaviors that they do in the dark that are shameful because we don't understand why they made these mistakes because we're not willing to listen to their struggle and feel their pain. The only answer to this is community and communication and understanding. We all need to support each other. The failure of one is the failure of all. None of us are above it. None of us are too good. I make mistakes. I harm people. I'm accountable. And I move forward and I learn from it. And we all need to do this. We need to stop assigning rules for other people and start cleaning our own houses and staying in our own lanes and working on ourselves first. And we need to stop latching on to people because they're shiny, because they're pretty, because they have money, because they have resources, because we want that adoration. Trust me, I work with many, many people. Adoration does not keep you warm at night. It truly doesn't. Real connection is what gives you purpose. And it doesn't matter what you're passionate about. You can do anything. Anything has value. Don't let other people compare what you're putting out in this world and say it's not valuable. What's not valuable is harming people with your behavior. And we need to start calling this out, telling people what we're experiencing so they can understand our mistakes, not justify them, but understand. Through understanding, there's healing. If I lash out at someone because I have 10 cases and everyone's calling me and my phone's ringing off the hook and then people are complaining, or some people try to make me the problem and say I'm the man or I'm against them or whatever. There's many, many things that go on in everybody's life, and those things can lead to stress and anxiety and self-doubt. And then if I lash out at somebody else who has nothing to do with it, I've harmed them. If they don't hold me accountable for that harm and I just think I'm amazing and I go around just telling everybody what to do, that leads to this isolation where people screw up and they don't feel free or accepted or loved, and they don't have the ability to actually share their struggles and, oh my God, ask for help. Because guess what? It's not weak to ask for help. It's weak to show your dick, show your car, seek women, seek pleasure, and do all of these things to distract from your pain. There's nothing wrong with all of these things, by the way. That's not a judgment. Those things are fine and they all have a place in this world, but they're not the only thing that we value. And when we lose sight of connection and what should truly matter, we've created this society where people are literally allowing others to get away with this narcissistic, horrible, toxic behavior. We're placating them because of our own past traumas, because of our own abuse, because we don't want to rock the boat, because we don't want to point out things that are harmful, because we don't want the mirror reflected back on us. Well, I'll be the first to say it. Reflect the mirror on me. Help me grow. Call me out. I'm okay with this. This is important. We all need to do it, but we need to do it in a way that's understanding and not harmful. That's not judging and that's not shameful. We need to do this in a way that understands the person's struggle so we can understand what led to the behavior. If we can understand the behavior, we can accept it. We can minimize the hurt that it does to us when others behave badly, and we can heal it. And we can teach them to do better because we all screw up, but we need the opportunity to try again. Redemption is key. And society, this cancel culture type of thing, man, it's not helpful. this whole idea of idolizing one person or one person has the answers for everybody. That's not true. I don't have the answers for everybody. I have understanding for everybody. That's what I'm bringing to the table. I'm not telling you what to do. What you do is entirely up to you. But when you harm me with your behavior, I will tell you I've been harmed. And I will be okay allowing you to sit in those feelings. And if they cause you shame, so be it. I'm not going to shame you for it because I do understand it. However, I'm not going to allow you just to attack me to get your feelings out. These are the lines that we need to draw in society, and this is the culture that we need to start harboring. Community is important. Who has more of what? If we keep valuing this, we are only creating more and more monsters for the world to deal with. People who are less willing to share, people who are so scared of being exposed, of making mistakes, of doing wrong, that they keep surrounding themselves with more money, more harm. They're damaging the planet, they're damaging resources, they're damaging their families, they're damaging each other. And we're all giving them a pass because, hey, they're pretty, they got a nice car, or hey, they're smart, or whatever thing we're valuing. But we need to value the people behind it. When we're gone, our legacy is what we did, our actions, not the stuff we had. So this has to change. And I'm hoping in making some of these videos and offering some of this, maybe it'll resonate. And if not, trolls are welcome to take out their crap on me and have a bad day, because quite frankly, I disengage and I don't really care. And that's part of what I'm trying to teach everybody. Allowing others to put you down to feel powerful, unfortunately, especially in youth with younger people, that's part of their power structure. We need to change this culture to stop the trolling, to stop the comments, to stop all of that. But in the meantime, we, the stronger people, have to be willing to take it on so that we can make those changes. And we have to be the change. We have to live the change. We have to open our doors and bear it all and be honest with our mistakes and not hide it any longer. We got to change this world, man.